Good morning, beautiful people, or whatever time in the world is where you are. Finally, this is the happiest day of this year because Alpha is live. We finally have our first round of data mining, and in today's video we're going to give a look to all the new models coming with this expansion. So let's start wasting any more time. Let's start straightforward with the mayor character of Shadowlands, starting with Bolvar, and is awesome. The new model is incredible. The details over the armor, and even this sort of chest tattoo that he have with the remnants of the Lich King armor. The only point that I want to mark is that the boots actually had a little more fur attached to them. But probably he's a lava boy. He doesn't need to be protected by the cold. After it, of course, we have the how we can call it, Wrathmorn, Hammermorn, but basically it's Hammer. I hope maybe we'll be able to actually loot him. Don't know. Could be really cool to do. After it, we have Kel'thuzad. Here he is. We met him in Revendreth, and he received good treatment after how he looked up in Magister Terras. Or at least we believe, because apparently they're planning to corrupt him again. And I want to say, Blizzard, how many times you want to make this guy go crazy? This is probably the third time that he went totally emo, or maybe this is how we will meet him in Revendreth and this will be his final appearance. Who knows, we'll only wait to see. A car, I received a mayor reshape, and this is also a great, what do you call it? Great part, it's a great on par with the vanilla model, and very good. I like the armor close to his chest, the crystal. I wonder if we met him in the Warm Sandy dungeon, the other side, which would be a dungeon for all the players that will reach level cap. Who knows, but it's really a nice, cool model, and the boy is coming back finally. And now here we are, the fourth model, or actually the fifth model she received. No words can describe how much I hate Sylvanas at the moment. Her new looks actually represent the fact that she is aligned right now with the Jailer, so she left all the Horde colors to dress up in grey, so she finally achieved his dream. A lot of spikes, and just can't wait to kill her. Also, I like the face that basically represent how the character actually looking like in the cinematic of Battle for Azeroth and Legion, instead of having gloomy eyes similar to a regular blood elf or I have. And just can't wait to stab her with my death knight. Lady Vash, that instead has become a sort of necromancer. We can see probably she's aligned with the souls of Maldraxxus. So this is kinda interesting because people were presuming that only the souls of people that died on Azeroth went to the Shadowlands. But due to the fact that Vashi died in Outland, in Sempre Strike Cavern, actually means that no matter where you die, you're going to be there. You're going to finish there. So maybe my theory could make also Broxigar could potentially be correct. But really cool model. I really like this skeleton tail. Very cool model, I have to say. We have Isera. She's basically going to have a comeback, probably in Underworld. But the model is the Cataclysm one, is very low quality compared to the previous one we watched. as well as dragon form, same things. This is kinda Cataclysm model or a Legion one. I think this one was added in Legion. This guy is the Jailer. So, if you guys don't remember, this is actually very different from what was shown us teased at BlizzCon. On only what we could able to see, he looked at, he have a crown, silver long hair, much more fragile physique, and apparently what happened there is that probably you guys already know that actually 2 months or 3 months ago, Pyromancer received a picture of what apparently looked like the design of the Jailer, which was actually like this old long beard, silver hair, wearing a crown, much more armor, he had shoulder parts, and probably Blizzard decided to, actually watching this model, you can say that Blizzard maybe decided to remake the look of the character, obviously to cover up until the beta. And you know, maybe it's going to have a similar thing like Piccolo, that he starts older and as much more anime gets, he gets stronger, he gets younger, and maybe decided to cut off his hair and beard because then them no more. But I like this new arm that is there. Obviously we have all the chains attached to him to kind of represent his figure. Yes, this is a total remade, total overall from what we saw at what we barely saw at BlizzCon and what we saw in the Pyromancer video. Kel'thuzad with a new HD model. I wonder where he will be. Who knows? Pretty interesting regardless. This is cool looking model, probably well remade from the also the Heroes of the Storm one. This guy, because I already watched this model, so I know the name. This guy is actually Muezala, other Loa of Death. So the theory that the Jailer actually could be Muezala, sorry Bellular, you are totally wrong. Apparently those are 2 separate identities, and yeah, I wonder how we will interact with this character. Or we will meet him in Underworld or in the Bonsandi dungeon, but it's very different. It had some troll characteristic, the tusk, his body is similar to a troll, but it's very different to Bonsandi. It's very much more dreadful, more menacing compared to Bonsandi. Just more. It's horrible to see Bonsandi, but it looks like more a chilled guy. This one looks like one that could basically eat your head as soon as you enter his realm. This one is the Arbiter. The model is still not yet animated, but I really like it, especially this detail of this orb on his chest. I wonder if maybe this is actually the Arbiter, the orb, and this one is just a manifestation that he is actually using to better interact with the souls or whoever works for her. This could kind of be weird. Hooter! Yes, our boy got wings! Previously, when the datamine started, they placed him with a female model of a Quirian, so I want to start with what are you doing to do, but they basically found out the right model. I like because it still represents the character as we know before, but yeah, he made it. He became an ascendant Valkyrie, Quirian, and yes, can't wait to find him. And maybe if you remember of his life before when he was still a paladin on Lorden. This is the Night Queen. She is probably the leader or the realm of Underworld, and really awesome model. This kind of give me a lot of Frozen vibe because with these 2 ponytails. and really probably one of the best models they added right now with this first build that is public. I really like to track this character. I wonder if she's also have a other major role after we finish questing in Underworld. Who knows? Now we have some pet models. So we have a baby fox, a baby unicorn. This is pretty nice. Now we have some Maldraxxus, roly-poly. Well, nothing too much, spend some more time. Necro Dragon, basically it's like Nitendra over again. The Maldraxxus Necromancer, obviously they use the Zandalari troll pose. So this creature in the first trailer of Shadowlands, the gameplay trailer. Not much more time to spend apart. This model is awesome, and I hope this is the form that mages get when they use their ability if they choose to side with Maldraxxus. They have these two new RAM models. I wonder if also the mount ones will be updated. Some male Quirian, these are not animated yet, as you can see the wings. Also some Quirian Guardians, again this one is not animated yet. Baby Gargoyle, I think probably this will going to be a pet. Spiders, you can not enough spiders in a depth expansion. The Stewards, my favorite model so far. I love these little buffed dudes. They are cute and strong at the same time. I will probably choose to start as a Quirian regardless of the quality of the spell, because I love this guy, and we're going to have one of them as a follower if we choose to side with the Quirian Covenant. We have some new Abomination, probably this one will fight them in Maldraxxus. A Steward model is not yet made. I like the cube blocks regardless. Okay, it's a threefold. Obviously this guy will matter in Underworld. It will be good or bad, who knows. A Vampire Apothecary, really awesome. I would like to see the armor for available also for the regular character, especially because we don't have armor with wheels, so for the guys that like to play a female character, this could be a cool armor to unlock. This one actually are the Vicious Gladiator mount, so these are going to be the mount for gladiators. This one is the Horde one, and this one is supposed to be the Alliance one, or vice versa, I don't remember. But also spiders are going to be a mount, or maybe this is going to be the armor when you win a certain amount of games at a certain arena rating. Whoa! When I first look at this model, it came to me the Dark Riders. This is like a character that came out from Dark Rider, especially from the second one, the one with Death. He's actually an Nephilim, but this guy's really very cool. I hope maybe we'll meet one in Maldraxxus. Maybe he's a character of certain relevance, who knows. Some Winged Lions, this comes from I think Bastion as well, one as a mount, obviously with Quirian themed. Plague Lord, so these guys could be kind of interesting to meet, or to fight with just a normal Abomination more stronger. Guys, as a Death Knight, give us a glyph to use them for our instead of our regular goal, because he's creepy and cool at the same time. He has one single nail finger and no for another one. These big eyes on his right, very cool, I like it. We have the Elder Serpent, this one we met them in Bastion. Another Quirian, but is missing some part of the model. A Mildred, very interesting models. I like the armor, how it's well made. Probably one of the best models. Also, those have these usually glowy eyes that Blizzard puts on many creatures models. They are not playable. I like the fact it got some regular eyes, and I really like it. It gives it a more makes the model more living. Oh, we have some unicorns. This one is really cool. I obviously have one as a mount. This one is the next level. Maybe we'll have a quest similar to the Serpent Riders in Pandaria. We will tame our horse to get more powerful. Who knows? This one is probably a servant. I really like the pose. It's probably a vampire of some sort. Obviously, we met this guy in Revendreth. We have Quirian. This one we saw more times. These models. So this is the one that are the aspiring Quirians that still got not the wings. The male version. These are from Oibors or Quirian, I say. It looks like some stewards, some so interesting. Obviously, the Quirian Lions is going to be our mounts if we choose to side with Bastion. Various models. Oh, okay, this is pretty cool. This I think is going to be the Malgraxus mount. I really like this ram, this deadly ram. Got two tails, is very bulky, very strong, very menacing. I like it. This is actually a dragon turtle and just a little remade of the Orthos model. You can see here got some horns. I wonder when we encounter these little fellas, probably again in Underworld. A lot of cool creatures are going to be there. New bat models, and one probably has a mount, so probably will side with Revendreth. So who knows when flying will be added. We know they like Pathfinder, and they're going to use them again in Shadowlands. So I wonder maybe soon after the release from the patch 8.9.1.9.2, who knows. So new Abomination. It's the Malgraxus one, the one we saw in the teaser trailer. I like the two sights that he used. He's dual wielding, very strong. New unicorns. Of course, one as a mount, obviously. And now we have some other model, probably one from Underworld, one for Bastion. A lot of cool looking mounts coming from all the 4 realms. Very interesting, I like them a lot. Woohoo! Slimy monster. My problem with World of Warcraft was that the slimy was very anonymous, and I like to see these new models. They also get a shape, more humanoid grotesque figure, and this is very menacing. I wonder where they're going to be allies on enemies for us. Okay, now we're starting to see some more creatures. This is a party hound. Probably we chased by many of them in Torghast as well. Very cool. Don't know if hunters could tame them. Maybe with a tome similar to the Krog that dropped from Zur in Uldir. Also, there is one usable as a mount, so probably there is going to be a faction related to the mob. I hope so, to give some reason to go to that place alongside Torghast. This one probably sided with Revendreth. You see he's got this caster of blood attached to his back. Probably is not a good guy at all. Quirians, this time they got their wings. This is the main model, so they finished their training. They are ready to smack faces for this right and noble in the Shadowlands. Of course, the version from the mob. I like the dust, this gloomy effect at the end of their wings. Very cool. I like the pose. Also, we'll meet them, of course, in Torghast. I wonder if they are capable of talking or they lost those. all the capacity have been completely brainwashed by the jailer. Some elementals, blood elementals. Oh, here are the guardians of the Quirian. As I said, this is giving me a lot of Dark Riders vibes. This one looks like the golem that you fight in the second game. Obviously, the one that was corrupted. This one is very cool and shiny, a bit like more. Also, seems like a Talok from Uldir, but really a nice and cool model regardless. A Necromancer from Draxus. I like the fact he's not wearing anything on his head or on his shoulder. So much more clean model, much more primitive look, interesting. Obviously, we have the bigger, maybe this is the bigger brother, where he finally finishes training. A lot of the new gloomy effects on his head. This is probably going to be a character of certain relevance. So, Mahound, spooky. Some new other guardians. This one probably is the medium version. I like the fact that you have certain kind of wings. Probably is going to use them as weapons. So for memory, of course, we're going to fight a certain things like the Shagan. I like the fact that he got fingers on his hand. Alchemist, a mad scientist, you know, but really cool guy. I wonder if he's going to talk like Professor Putricide or a similar character. So moth boars, because we saw the ram. Obviously we're going to see some boars, and obviously we'll be able to ride them. So another reason my Draxus got probably the best mounter from my Draxus. Obviously a Marga 3.0, here it is. The Necro Wyvern. This one we saw it in the preview of the Necrotic Quake. This is the dungeon that is playable with this beta build. I wonder if we'll be able to use it as a mount, because I don't see a saddle with them. Okay, these one are gladiators, as are the model is called, from Maldraxxus. So there is a male and a female version. I wonder if at a certain point maybe we will be forced to fight as gladiator. We start as gladiators in order to be acknowledged by the Necrolord's Covenant, otherwise we will be killed on sight. A Spider Boy. I wonder if they're going to be enemies or ally. Probably more enemies, because the Spider Boy has always been a bad guy for us. This one has another Necrolord, a Necro Champion. Probably is going to be the Arena Champion, who knows. Blobby Boys. So I like the fact that he's got the skulls inside of him. Another mob creature. It seems like a berserk, a really strong guy. Maybe a mini boss we're going to fight in Torghast. Other Jailor Soldiers. This one's more creepier. I like the fact that basically it's actually they are all souls, energy, and only the armors are kept aside by the power, but actually the core is inside of them. Also a Lich Caster version, and this is how they actually look like when they are not wearing armor. Very cool. It's very look like Diablo, like Diablo monsters from Diablo. You could totally see them from there. Also more spookier version with more head attached to him. It got a crown, so maybe this got a stronger version that do not need armor to fight us. Other month, and actually one as a mount. So we're going to ride also a month. So maybe part 5 will come in earlier with respect to Legion or Battle for Azeroth. I think there are already some 5 mounts model already made with Assad. So we have another Naga Necromancer, So obviously this curse seems coming from Aldraxxus as well. This is just a regular unit. Okay, this guy will not meet him in the Shadowlands. I think this model is related to the new questing experience that starts from level 1. So it's probably the end boss of the introductory dungeon where you're going to play at the end when you start a new character on Exile Reach. Ooh. This one is Death Rock, I don't know how to call it. Obviously also rideable one already we have, pretty cool. Let's see, probably Pathfinder will be coming earlier. This is called as the Rusmith. As you guys know, at BlizzCon that is this, we are going to craft our legendary in Torghast. We are going to meet the Rusmith, they actually made Frostmourne. So maybe this is the guy, and maybe we will rescue him. It will make help us by making cool legendary effect, cool legendary weapon. I wonder how we are going to interact with him and what he will want for us from making this powerful item. Another Hound from the Maw. This one is a bit more polished version. I like it. Finally, a proper ghost. So some golems coming from Revendreth. You can see by all the tombstones that are actually inside of him. This one a bit more detail, like he's got a chapel as his core. And one is like the starter where just a regular gravestone with some limbs. Spooky skeleton end. And another one. We have a slime lady. Pretty weird. And a slimy boy. Obviously. Slimy tentacles. No, they are not going to be an organs. Vampire lady. Pretty cool edgy model. And vampire boy. So another Nightborn model remade, but with I like it because they are muscular but a bit skinny, even chubby if we look on the back. Dark Fallen Quirian, I say, because this one probably become all purple, its wings have shades of black, so probably this is going to be an edgy girl and an edgy boy. They are covering themselves because they are ashamed to be so edgy. Please guys, give us this boy as a gift for our regular woodworker, because this model is awesome. He's awesome because it was the best elemental model I ever saw. Maybe way better than a fire elemental. Jesus, this boy is beautiful. We have some imps coming from Underworld. Maybe also a new maybe like this as a glyph for the Warlock as well. If you side with the Night Fae, maybe you can use it to turn your regular imp into this boy. He's going to throw wrath at the target instead of fireballs. A Warg. This is called active Warg, even if you look like bear. This is going to be also usable as a mount. This one coming from Revendreth. I do wonder if sometimes, because it's the bear model, if actually druids could be able to turn themselves into their creature for the guardian ones, because more customization option for our druid forms could be really cool to have as well in this expansion. We have another one, even more detailed mount. Probably say this one could be a glory achievement, maybe glory of the Shadowlands Hero. I like all the details, the torches, the chest behind the seat, very cool and menacing mount. We have some flies from Underworld. So there's various kind of insect. Remember, armor is not a good place. Remember, it's also Shadow Guardian of the Shadowlands, so some creepy things we are going to match them. And these boys actually seems that they are suitable to the role. Also one as a mount, creepy but interesting. watching and I'm writing these things will haunt me in my dreams. Also, maybe this one will be a pet. Another vampire dude. I think this guy is going to be much more role is called Dentarius is the model, and maybe this guy is the main villain and boss of the Revendreth, and maybe it's going to be also a raid boss, because the first raid will be based there. It's a 10 boss dungeon if I remember correctly. And yes, this kind of boy is a very bulky boy, a very bulky vampire. We have some weird golems, okay, I recall them. Some dredgers, so this one are like the little helpers, Igor, if you remember Frankenstein. This is Igor, and we have biker Igor. This one is cool. The Drust. So the Drust are making a comeback. They are going to meet again Korak Tool. I wonder maybe in the questing experience, or maybe as a dungeon in Underworld. But happy to see much more about the Drust. After I level up my alliance character, I was very intrigued by those creatures. I do wonder what their real aspect was like, and maybe finally we have the answer. The Rust Golem and another Trust. This is kind of Gorak Tool remade. Pretty cool with no beard or other details. So yeah, so we're going to interact with the Dross, we're going to fight them. Maybe we could side with some of them, like some of them did years ago in Kulturas. They said to side with the settlers coming from the Eastern Kingdoms. Fawn, this is the female version. We're going to meet in Underville, and the male version. I wonder if there are more versions, especially with the horns, because we saw some of them with very huge horns in size. Just maybe the first two we are going to meet. As you guys know, shop mounts are going always to tease watch the theme of the next expansion, so I'm not surprised that these boys are in Shadowlands. Some new sprite. So we have this one labeled as a boss, and here we have an evil one, so something weird is happening in Underworld. You have other fox. I think this one is going to be for the night shape that we get as a covenant ability we choose to sell with the night fate. Another vampire gargoyle one. This one probably also is going to be a dungeon or a raid boss, because with all the armor it's wearing. A female one. This is just a regular gargoyle. And one with more details, also with an eye patch. Creepy, but interesting, very interesting nonetheless. This one is a regular one. Some Goliath, they say, a brute, probably not a mount. This another one, much more detailed. The armor Guarm. So we're going to meet again, not actually this boy, but creatures similar to him. Maybe we will understand how actually Elia created his loyal hound. Some more spider. I think this one has got a saddle, so it's going to be as a mount. And for the last one we have this Eater Devour creature that is going to be also another monster you're going to fight if you say in Underworld. And with this is the last datamine model. Very interesting. I really like. Obviously my favorite one is going to be, I have to say, Muezala and Hooter. Hooter wins. Hooter is probably my favorite model so far. I can't wait to meet this guy. Maybe he will ask us what's actually happening to Azeroth, which is the fate of Lord Aeron. all the crazy things that happened on Azeroth on these 20 years that we are with this absence. So hype is rising. Probably later this day we are going to see the first content creators playing Shadowlands. I can't wait to see how the spells are actually going to interact. Remember, only Bastion will be playable, so you can only see the spells from the Quirian Covenant. And I can't wait to see how the dungeon, can't wait to see the numbers, because some crazy things are happening. OS spells have been capped, some of them to 5, others to 8 targets, so we're going to reduce the amount of targets going to it also for a Mythic Plus purpose, because otherwise people will be choosing Death Knights, Demon Hunter or Rogues for Mythic Plus. Also some profession things has been added already regarding also craftable legendary, so our profession could be capable to craft legendary items. Who knows? Really can't wait to see what it looks like, and I hope to at least be inside the beta to let you guys see much more gameplay as possible, or as well on this channel. Thank you very much for watching. Give a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and until next time guys, see ya!